was sitting at the table, and Dr. T came down the stairs, and she said, "Hey," and I said, "Hey," and then she left.
So one of my favorite stories was back in excerpt class when I was in it. We were playing Shostakovich, Shosty, and there's the big oboe solo, and she's like, you have to pretend like you're walking on the moon. Like, oh wait, that's not how you walk on the moon. Like this, like you're just very like, kind of going, you don't really have control. But then she was like, but then you have to be sad, because you're all alone and you have no friends. But see, you have to keep...
So my favorite part of my lessons whenever Dr. T has the stand in front of me and she just comes up. I finally do something right. She comes up and she just sneaks up on me. Patrick! Why didn't you do that before? It's great.
This one time, my freshman year, for every lesson I used to take like screenshots of like fun times with me and Dr. T, but now she's not on the video camera anymore. It makes me really upset because I miss taking those.
So one of my second favorite memories is when I met Kristen Urbanski. She came down for the Carolyn Hove Masterclass in June, and we were sitting, I was so excited to meet someone from the, like, straight out of the north because, you know, I've never gone anywhere, and Dr. T likes to poke fun. Anyways, so I'm sitting in the office, we're making these name tags, and Kristen comes in and starts hanging out, and I'm starting, what's it like? Acting like, you know, she's from a different planet. And Dr. T goes, well, why don't you, Kristen, do you have anything that you can say to, like, enhance your northern accent? And she goes, my mom said I'm Pax when I'm Pax. Oh, I started laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. You know, that's so cute. I have an accent. I wish I had an accent. And I thought Dr. T was going to fall out of her chair for a second. She looks at me, she goes, what do you mean you don't have an accent? You're from Harris County. You're wearing a camouflage jacket in June. I mean, you have an accent, Amy. Don't worry.
I have funny moments with Dr. T every day. Look at this bag of candy corn. She gave it to me. I just had to promise her to play better.
So my favorite Dr. T memory of all time was back in my first year's master's student when Eric Thomas was here getting his arts diploma. And there was one lesson where Eric had to run and get his neck strap or something in the middle of his lesson. So of course the camera is still rolling, and apparently Dr. T realized this and she grabbed her little monkey and another little character off her wall and went up in the camera and had them dancing like across the camera screen. But what made it even funnier was that the next time I saw her that week, she asked me if Eric had seen his lesson video. And I was like, I don't think so. Well, he had turned in his journal, and clearly he hadn't watched his video because he didn't say anything about it. So she caught him totally red-handed, not watching his lesson video. But then it was even funnier because I got to tell him when we got back to the apartment, and then we got to watch it. It was amazing.
So my favorite lesson memory with Dr. T is the lesson where she was telling me that I was squatting, but I was bouncing out of the squat. So she goes, mew, mew, mew.
There's this one time in my lesson, and she went and gave me a high five. I didn't know what was happening. It was amazing.
A few days ago I played Telemann on my lesson, and I played opening in forte all the time as usual, and Dr. T told me that I should make some color and dynamic changes, and I said that I'm not sure what can I do, and she's like, maybe if you just do what you wrote. And I felt real bad.
So my freshman year here, we had 30-minute individual read lessons in Dr. T's office. And I never made a read or anything. So she was like, all right, here's your checklist of what you need to bring. Your C-clamp, your beeswax, your mandrel, your staples, and all that. Come with it next week and we'll start. And I was like, okay. So I go to her office, I got all my things, my little bag, and sit down. She goes, all right, well, you ready? I'm like, yeah, let's go. She goes, all right, so let me see your C-clamp. And I pull out this monster, and hers is like this big. And she goes, what is that? And I'm like, well, I asked my dad for a C-clamp, and so he gave me one of his C-clamps. And she's like, well, Okay, it's you. I mean, you could tie like a cow on it, but that's fine. You know, whatever. I'm like, yeah, my goal is to like have all of my string there until I graduate. And she goes, yeah, I bet we could fill both of them up. It's fun though. So I, twist it on. I put it on. She takes the string. She tells me the story about don't use yellow string, but that's a different thing. I'm tied on my C-clamp, and she looks away. She goes, all right, pull out your beeswax. And she's like, checking grade sheets or whatever. And so I pull out my chunk of beeswax, and it's, this is half of what I pulled out on that first day. And I'm like, do I need to cut it? And she gets up and she goes to her computer. She's not paying attention to me. She goes, no. It will slowly, dwindle away as you use it. And I'm like, okay. So I have this like huge, just like block, right? And I'm holding it. My clamp is there. I'm trying to start, put my wax on my string. And she turns around and goes, holy crap, what is that? And I was like, well, I asked my dad for some beeswax, and he got me beeswax. And she's like, you have enough until you're 50. You're 18. Yeah, you're going to be fine on beeswax until you're 50. And she was like, don't ask for an oboe because he may get you an English horn instead.
Well, I remember this one time, my freshman year, I was in music appreciation with Dr. T, and as a bonus question on the test, it said spell her last name. And I could not spell her last name, and I felt so ashamed. And she said, and I quote, that's when it hurts the most. And I felt so bad. And so I learned how to spell your last name, and it's Tomkiewiczc. Yeah, got it.
Yay!
I really like how Dr. T always posts everyone's birthday in the page on Facebook.
But my birthday thing was the best.
But she forgot my birthday.
I love when Dr. T puts the freeze frames on the Facebook page.
It's recording.
Is it really?
Profesor, espero que todo esté fascinado. Delete it.
Translate. Like he was like, oops, there's one person who is
You can go whenever you're ready.
I don't know. I'm done.
Turtle face. Oh my god, why did you do it? Do it again. Do it again.
What?
Do it again. Come on. Happy birthday.
That was
We should sing it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know all the words.
Do
but
it,
I
just
can
do
try.
it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños, Dr. T. Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
I can't say how much I appreciate you, Dr. T. You've nurtured me through my very first notes on the oboe, And ever since then, it's been a blow up. And I'm so glad that you have taken the time to work with me for such a long time. You've molded me into a great musician, and I hope that the rest of our time together is positive. And I'm really thankful for you, and I will always love you. All.
Happy birthday, Dr. T. Thank you for everything you do.
Happy birthday, Dr. T. Thank you.
Okay, so, you know, when you first come to college, the professors that are going to interact with you the most are your applied professor, and sometimes your ensemble director. So we had a meeting, like, during my first 2 weeks here about what I wanted, like why I chose CSU and what I wanted in my life. And although my end result has changed from, you know, maybe a high school band director or whatever, now I want to be a middle school director, one thing I was really adamant about was I want to graduate college. I'm the first one. Me and my twin sister are the first ones in our family to go to college, and it's all thanks to my grandmother. She worked really, really hard over the years to help us graduate high school, and now the next step is to graduate college, because her life would have been easier if she had a college degree, and my parents' lives would be easier if they had a college degree. So the one thing I was really adamant about was I want to go to college. I want to be, you know, I don't want to be top student necessarily. I mean, I don't want to fail either, but I want to go through college, and I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time here. And Dr. Cito, she was like, okay, I'll help you. And then the second semester of my freshman year, I got a job, and she was like, you're not doing the college thing very well. The one thing that you said that you wanted to do was go to college, and you're not doing that very well. And I was like, oh man, you're right, yeah. So we went through, we camped through, and then last year I got diagnosed with, you know, TMJ dysfunction, and it broke my heart. You know, I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to finish college now. There's no way. And she was there for me, you know, and I can't imagine where I would be today if Dr. T wasn't in my life and was always my cheerleader, whether I believed she was cheering me on or, you know what, she's always there for her students, and she always cares. Like today I'm getting ready to play my oboe jury, playing real oboe repertoire. And a year ago, I couldn't even pick up the oboe, so if you don't know her, you need to know her. And just know that she's always going to do whatever she can for you and her students.
Happy birthday, Dr. T. I just thank you so much for accepting me and giving me the opportunity to be here. I'm so glad I met you, and I hope you have best birthday ever this year. Happy birthday.
Dr. T, I want to thank you very much, because since I came here, I changed my way of seeing oboe as an instrument. It's so much easier for me to play oboe. And one very special thank you, because you never give up and you help us to change our old habits and to work on the most important things on oboe. And for me, it's amazing that you are so consistent and you never give up. And that's the best part.
Hi, Dr. T. I just wanted to say that I'm really glad I decided to come to CSU and study with you. You've been you've had such a huge impact on my life and my playing. You've helped me through some really rough times, both personally and musically. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with you this next semester, and hopefully in the future too. Thank you so much for being such a huge positive influence, and thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Happy birthday!
Is it going?
Yep.
Dr. T, thank you so much for accepting me and letting me come here, because I really enjoy it and I appreciate you so very much. And I can't wait for the next 3 years so that we will get to know each other and be friends and everything.
Hey, Dr. T. Happy birthday, first of all. I can't say how much I appreciate you in this short video, but I hope you know that I do. From the first masterclass I had with you, which was 7.5 years ago now, you had a huge impact on my music making and my oboe playing, and I will never forget that first moment we worked together. And it led me to travel halfway across the country to study with you, and I still think that that is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. You are always there for all of us, whether it be to lend a helping hand or even just an ear. And then, more importantly, to give us some cold, hard truth every now and then, which I think we need more than anything. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything you do, everything that goes unnoticed by us, everything you may not get credit for, all the work you put in, all the time that you give to us and the School of Music as a whole. And I really hope that on this birthday you feel all the love we have for you and just all the thanks we can give. So happy birthday and thank you.
Hola, doctora Susan Tomkiewicz. Espero que esté pasando un muy buen día y que tenga un montón de sorpresas. Básicamente lo que le quiero decir es que le deseo lo mejor en su cumpleaños desde lo más profundo de mi corazón. That's how it was for me when I came here. I didn't understand almost everything you were saying. This is a little story that I came without speaking Spanish, and you were so patient, so hard working with me, and it's just amazing. There are no words to describe what you have done, and not only to me, but with everybody here. And what I say in Spanish is that I wish you the best from the deepest part and warmest part of my heart. Great date. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Dr. T!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday from Harris County!
Happy birthday, Dr. T.
Happy birthday, Dr. T.
Yay!